All right, and welcome back to another episode of the Common Sense Experience, featured only on the Black Podcasters Network. We're back for another exciting episode. Before we get started, you can always check us out on iTunes and iHeartRadio, and we're also on Spreaker, and you can check us out on the Facebook fan page at the Black Podcasters Network. We got a lot of shit to cover today. We got a special guest. So, Amir, I'm going to go ahead and pass the torch over to you, sir.
We're going to put on a great show today, though, man, but today's a special show. We got a special guest, as Chuck alluded to, though, man. Coming to the stage, one and only Miss Sierra Young. How you doing, Miss Sierra?
Hi, guys. How are you?
What up, Chief?
I'm doing well.
Damn show, nigga.
I'm excited.
Yes, man. And we gonna have some heavy hitting questions though today, though, man. Heavy hitting topics though, but we gotta do what we gotta do though, man. Pete, man, you gotta hit me off with mic check 1 2. What is this, man?
Oh man, you just did it for the people, man. How you gonna take my shit and go ahead and say it, man? Like, yeah, I mean, you can't even do that though. Mic check 1 2.
I need to hear that. Come on, man.
Yo, man, what's going down, man? Mic check 1 2. What is this? It's your boy P. We here.
Yes.
Got a lot of shit to talk about. Let's get to it.
All right, man. Y'all know how we usually start this thing off, though, man. So, Pete, man, go ahead, man. Do your thing, man. What's grinding your gears, man? What's been getting on your nerves? What's on your mind, brother?
Hey, man. Shout out to Trump for talking that shit again. Apparently we some bitches that, he say he want to get them son of a bitches that's kneeling playing football, get him out of here. You know what I mean? And that was interesting to me. And shout out to Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman for getting his point across. He said some things, like if you got a problem with that, but not a problem with him not saying anything about, the Nazis out here parading up these streets and running over people, that's kind of hypocritical. And it's just amazing the backlash that he got for it from the people who don't like us. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of grinded my gears. Like, it's like, damn, man, they really trying to get a race war popping out in these streets. It's getting real. I got the AK in the back just in case, man. Too, by the way. I don't know.
Man,
definitely hard.
Anything y'all want to kind of go ahead and elaborate on that?
No,
I saw it on the news earlier today. I saw on the news, I think it was like a female commentator. She had some guy named Coy Wire on there, this guy from CNN, and they were basically going in depth about it. It was just, you know what, to hear a political figure like that use that type of language, it's degrading to itself. It's degrading to us as a nation. I think he really got us looking ass backwards. It was embarrassing for him to tell LeBron James that he should do nothing but just play after. I mean, it was like, are you crazy, sir?
The man tweets.
Really crazy.
The man tweets. Like, he's a tweeter. Our president is a fucking tweeter. Let that shit sink in. Yo, if Obama did any of this shit, I know me, I fuck politicians, period. But it's just like, if Obama would have did any of this, well, why is he tweeting? Why is he not concerned about what's going on in America? Why is he so busy worried about the Emmy Awards ratings? Like, shit is embarrassing, man. China and North Korea laughing at us like, these motherfuckers here.
Yeah, honest to God, it's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing that he doesn't have anything else to focus on. But my thing is, why don't somebody stop this man from tweeting? Like, y'all hacked everybody's account but his?
Right.
What the hell?
That's true. I mean, my thing is, if you watch where we are right now, this is, like I said before, man, this is the president we're supposed to have. A tweeting ass president who's petty.
If this was Obama, they would have been like, that nigga got Twitter fingers. There would have been all kinds of Meek Mill jokes going around this shit.
If this is Obama, he wouldn't be president.
This is true.
Period.
This is true.
Period.
Period.
That is really crazy. But do you guys think that this is part of that whole conspiracy plan, that this has to take place in order for us to move to the next level in this whole...
getting us in conspiracy world.
You said the C word.
I'm just throwing it out there. Don't shoot the messenger, though. Don't shoot the messenger.
You know, man. Listen, I know personally that presidents don't run shit. So, you know, it's the powers that be. So, I mean, that's why I don't pay too much attention to this fucking show that's being put on TV, guy.
I mean, it's like you said last show, bruh. While we folks getting distracted, you got the president tweeting. You got the R. Kelly situation coming around for the 30th year in a row. Meantime, they taking away amendment rights and shit, and low key being able to legally come search your crib, and I mean, so read what's going on between the lines, man. You know what I mean? This ain't nothing but conspiracy theorist P along with C. She just said it, you know. This ain't nothing but a distraction, man. We know what it is.
Mm-hmm. That's why I wish people would get wise about what's going on and get a little bit more informed. But I guess y'all get to that, the role of social media is playing and all that, but I'll let y'all get to that on your next list.
They don't got time for that shit.
Well,
they got shit to do, like worry about the new iPhone.
Well, I was gonna say, I think the issue is the people's priorities, right? I mean, you got Empire, you got all these different TV shows that people binge watch, but yet they're not staying informed on what the fuck is going on in the world. So I think it's a matter of priority, and especially listening to shows like this, because we talk about some shit that people won't hear on other shows, other networks. And we really go in and we dig a little deeper, like Pete said, conspiracy, which is for me personally, I think it's another word for hidden truth. When you hear the word conspiracy,
I agree.
So, but yeah,
it's a mean game that they play though, man. But we know what's up, man. And then we try to inform though, man. And just out there, just Google Rothschild. Get to see who really runs shit. Oops.
What about the Queen of England? Like, I heard the Queen of England, like, she got her hand in a lot of shit. I can't remember where I heard that. I can't remember where I heard that from.
Finally died after his motherfucker had like 7 heart transplants. Rockefeller.
Yeah, Rockefeller. Yeah.
It's all part of it, man. Google Bilderberg, man. Like, let's be real out here.
It's real shit. Real shit. Still haven't found those weapons of mass destruction yet, but keep fighting a good fight. Is there anything else before we go? Because it's gonna be. I know there's gonna be some deep discussion. Anything else y'all want to discuss before we get into these topics today, y'all?
Yeah, I got one thing really quick. Cause I'll save the Shannon Sharp shit for when we get into the sports talk. But I came across an article and I'll post it on the Facebook fan page, Black Podcasters Network. The title is Howard University Middle School Principal Fires Teachers for Teaching Black History. Howard is HBCU. The principal of this middle school is black, but she's firing teachers because they're teaching Black history.
She's black on the inside, on the outside.
On the outside, yeah, but she's an Oreo cookie. She's an Oreo cookie, as I related to Ray Lewis.
Exactly.
This is crazy, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm gonna let y'all hop in there first and get y'all thoughts really quick. A black principal at a black school is firing teachers because they're teaching Black history. She has to be retarded. She has to be. Something has to be wrong with it.
You know what? If you look at some of these additional commentators that have been on there, like for CNN and Fox News, and they defend Trump and all this, it really is, I sit there and I look at them, and those are the individuals that say race doesn't matter. But, I think if you don't consider race a person's culture, then you have not considered them as a whole. So if you can't decide which part of a person that you should ignore. So when I see these black people doing all that, I be thinking, y'all got to be kidding me. Y'all motherfuckers is nuts. Because at the end of the day, Omarosa is probably the biggest example of you thought it was you, but it's not. They got her blocked off, can't even see the president because they talk about she talked too much. Black woman syndrome. She always in his ear. If she do her like that, because she was a follower of him to the umpteenth power, even when they first started that, what is that show he had? If that isn't enough for those individuals who are partaking and within that belief that, this race doesn't matter, black Republicans, that man, come on now, you got to be kidding me. It's all the same. It is the same magnitude. All the same.
Ditto.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Hey man, them white people cash that principal bitch's checks. Excuse my language. No, actually, fuck it. Yeah, that principal bitch's checks. And and they gave us a month. This is what they trying to say. Can't be teaching this shit in fucking September. Bitch, you gotta wait till February like everybody else.
Do you know the crazy thing? We laughing about it, but I'm pretty for sure her exit paper probably said wasn't a part of the established curriculum.
Yep.
That's how they hit it. Because then they put it in blind language. Wasn't a part of the established curriculum. But as Amir said, shit, it ain't February, motherfucker.
You got Christopher Columbus Day coming up. What are you doing?
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though? As a sidebar, it's bad that they're not teaching Black history, but they only go back to slavery. Like they don't go before slavery. At least that's when I went to school. That's what we were taught. The furthest back they went that I can remember was slavery. And I'm thinking growing up like, damn, that's why.
Think about too. They made the textbooks. That's as far back as they dumbasses want us to allow to be passed.
That's very true.
Even if we cannot, I directly identify with Aborigines and all that other stuff that took place over there. Those were still relevant cultures that were taking place, and there were still important things going on. But they always say when a culture does not have a language, you don't have a history. And that's how they really start putting these books together because they didn't speak their language.
Yeah.
I could go on for days.
I mean, you know what it is, man. Our Black history, according to them, is slavery and Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream speech. That's it, niggas.
That's it. I Have a Dream. That's the only shit they play in January is I Have a Dream speech. But, we talk about it. We talk about it on this all the time. He gave speeches after that were way more profound than I Have a Dream speech. But we don't hear those speeches.
They don't want to talk about woke Martin. They don't want to talk about it. Nah, nigga, we need reparations, brother, and I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk about woke Martin. Like Amir said, they didn't start fucking with Muhammad Ali until he couldn't talk no more. So, what you think they're going to do with our history? You know what I'm saying?
It's unfortunate because, I went to see, it's in Atlanta, the Civil Rights Museum, and I went to see that this past July. And as I walked through there, the section that they have that's strictly dedicated, to all the civil rights movements, but strictly to Martin Luther King, there were so many letters that he had wrote back and forth between Gandhi, all the apartheid stuff that was going on. Like, all that stuff was going on simultaneously to what we were trying to engage in the States. But it's not acknowledged. Like, we are so much more than just that little bit. That's what pisses me off. We're so much more than just that little bit that they tend to give us.
Absolutely.
I gotta agree. Integration is the worst thing to happen to blacks here in America. It's even worse than slavery. because at least when you were slaves, you knew who your enemy was.
Yeah.
I'm not talking all the way through. There's some white people I love. I always make sure I say that for those that might think that on that level, though. But the evil ones,
yeah,
I make sure I get that out very adamantly, though, man. So integration is horrible. It's horrible for us. Like Mike Martin even said, you know what I'm saying? We got into a burning building. We got led into. We were good. We were teaching our own. We were doing our for ourselves, self-sufficient. We were on our ways to kind of being kind of like where the Jews are now.
We ain't even getting to the topic yet. We got real. I can see what type of show this is gonna be. Let me see that.
All right, y'all. Is there anything else? I want to get right into these topics.
Let's get into it, man.
All right, let's do it. All right, y'all. Okay. You know, we always talk about, you know, the relationship between black men and black women and lack of fathers in the household, lack of strong relationships that we see. We do see that, you know, that there are plenty of black men and women who are together, who are raising, are doing a great job together, though, and separately as well. But we know, saying, though, obviously the negative aspects of it get highlighted. And so, and we see that played out into the social media and just in general. So, just to kind of ask you guys and y'all perspective on the issue, how for y'all personally, first of all, how has y'all parents' relationship, whatever though, helped to shape y'all viewpoint on how y'all view relationships? I guess both good and bad. And has it been more of a negative aspect that y'all have taken from that, or more of a positive? And how has social media, or has media, period, had an impact on how you guys view the opposite sex? What has had more of an impact, the media or your family upbringing? So I guess the first question being, how has your parents' relationship helped to shape your viewpoints on relationships in general, for both good and bad? I guess let's start with our guests, and then Pete, and then Chuck. You go ahead, and I'll finish.
Okay. For me, I came from like a unique situation. I had a two-family home. My mom got sick. My dad could have left, but he stayed involved until my mother could no longer, take care of me. But my dad was my sole provider. My dad had situations that took place where then my grandmother had to step in to assist, but nonetheless, the job got done, and I think that they did pretty well. But my parents stayed married no matter what they went through. I remember one time my dad had did some shit, and my mom, get out. I was crying. My mom looked at me like, you want to go with him? I was like, no. But that was that ghetto throwback love that they had back then, where you stayed together no matter what the situation was. And so for me to see the flip side of my dad turning into a single parent, trying to make sure that I had a good option and idea of what life was supposed to be like and how it was supposed to be lived, that definitely affected my understanding of what a marriage and a relationship is. I don't think it's necessarily more positive than negative, but I could see where there were some situations where I probably would have been like, I would not have stayed because I'm a millennial and I got my rights and all this, that, and the third. But I could definitely see where my mother was like, you know what, we started this, we're going to fix this. We want the hook the most by far. I grew up on Pratt Street. I grew up down the way. But I understood what love meant and what it meant, to get through some things. And my dad used to say, he used to tell me, like, tough times make tough asses, so which one you going to be? So for me, that was enough to shape what it was that was supposed to be about relationships. Do I go into the next question, or y'all want me to just keep going?
No. I want to cover that aspect of the question first, and then I'm gonna get into the whole media aspect and that though. So, but that was all right. I like that. But okay, you know what? Go ahead, Pete.
Well, Jay-Z got a song, right? Reasonable Doubt, and there's this line that pretty much sums it up. Pops knew exactly what he did when he made me try to get a nut, but he got a nut and what?
What?
So, one day, mom and pop is chilling, fucking, boom, here you go, I'm born. Shit wasn't planned. It wasn't like, oh, babe, I love you, let's have a family. None of that shit just happened. So, yeah, we being real. We keep it. Common sense experience, right? This is being real. They got married, like, I was a year old, they got married. Wasn't out of love, really. It was just the fact they had kids and, got to do right. And
so when they got married, your sister was born already.
No. My sister, me and my sister 5 years apart. Neither was born in '89. I'm 84.
Okay.
Yeah. They got married in '86.
Okay.
So I mean, pretty much when you grow up in a household that really wasn't love at first, it was just kind of standard. You know what I mean? You're gonna go through some shit. There's a lot of shit that you go through that you're not supposed to see as a child. And kind of like C's parents, they stayed together. No matter what, they stayed together. Like throughout the bullshit, the fights. I understand this. There was plenty of times I had to separate the two in front of my little sister. I'm 6 years old. Separating the beef between them, so my sister don't see the shit. Like, you go through shit. So of course it affects you as you grow. It does take some effect of what you may see in a woman and what you see in a man, and it may affect your relationship. Like, real talk. I mean, I'm married now, but to be real, I didn't think I was gonna get married at first. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see that shit happening. Like, I didn't want it. I didn't want what my parents had. Like, growing up through that shit, I didn't want it. I didn't want my kids to grow up through it. You know what I mean? But as you get older, you learn and you take away, and you realize that your parents ain't had no blueprint to the shit. Ain't no blueprint to it. So you go what they went with what they saw their parents go through and try to better it, and some shit work out, some shit don't. So pretty much it's an experiment, man. I was an experiment, baby, and then when my sister came, they was like, all right, this is what we not gonna fucking do. You know what I mean? Like, so. But yeah, not only I know we got more to the question, but has it affect my relationship and what I think and what's my thoughts on relationships? I would say absolutely. It plays a part.
Okay. Okay. I can't relate it to the far as the aspect from staying together though. I can definitely relate to the oops aspect of there goes another rubber tree. Shut. I'm sure I know a lot of your story though, but man, go ahead and kind of expound on how your thoughts.
So yeah, and people that say that it doesn't like affect how they view relationships now. I don't know. For me personally, I think the way, and my story, so I'll say it for people that don't. So my pops left when I was 3, so I really didn't even know who he was. I didn't meet him again until I was 16. My mother remarried, or not remarried, but my mother, she got married to my stepfather. He passed away when I was 5, and then she met another guy, and they've been together. They worked together like for 17, 18 years. He was the epitome of what I didn't want to be as a man raising a household. He was irresponsible. He was in the beginning of the relationship really not only verbally but physically abusive to my mother. So seeing all that growing up, and then having to know that my mother was not happy in the relationship, I strived to be completely opposite of what he was. But still, I didn't have I didn't have I would say a model of what that actually looks like. Like I knew what I didn't want to happen, or I knew what I didn't want to be, but I also didn't know. Okay, well, these are the steps to a successful or positive relationship. Right? This is so. It's not only about providing. Right? There's emotional support. There's mental support. There's physical. Like there's different types of support, not only financial. And growing up, like I didn't have that. Like I didn't have that exposure. So I'm learning by watching TV shows. You know, shows we had growing up, like Family Matters, the Cosby's, like those types of shows where I'm like, okay, well, he's doing X, Y, and Z. He's doing this X, Y, and Z. So he's having these type of conversations with his kids. So for me, that's how I had to learn. Granted, my grandparents were married about almost 50 years until my grandmother passed in '03. But I only had exposure to them during the summertime. And even then, you know, my grandfather, he was a retired bishop, so he was always at church. So I really didn't get to see his interaction around my aunts and uncles, which obviously would be his kids. So from that perspective, you know, I'm happy to say that I'm not my stepfather in a lot of ways and how he handled his household, but I also feel like I have a lot more growth and learning to do. And again, it comes back to me finding, I guess, an ideal married couple with kids who I aspire to be like personally. And some people are against coaches. Like some people are against hiring like relationship coaches and whatnot, and say, well, you know, my situation is different. But there's principles that govern everything. Right? Yeah, your relationship is different than theirs, but there's certain principles that guide the relationship. That's across the board. So regardless of whatever situation, and then you can take those principles and apply it to your own situation.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. You gotta always go. You gotta have the foundations. Like people always say, love can conquer all. No, some shit can interfere with love, like a motherfucker.
Pretty much.
That shit
Pretty much. I hate that. I tell you, I hate that fucking quote, though. I hate that fucking quote so much, man, because it causes a lot of problems. It causes a lot of problems, man.
I don't hate the quote, but I don't hate the quote because I think people take it because we're such extremists in this society. It's either one way or the opposite, but you gotta love either yourself enough to know that you gotta go, enough to know that you have options. So when I think that love conquers all, you gotta decide which love are you trying to achieve. Self-love
that's also
is
very
love
true.
Relationship. And so this is what people like. The glass is half full. That's always what I tell people. The glass is half full, okay? If you only give yourself two options, of course you're going to fail or going to pick the extreme of the two. You got to see the glass half full in order to give yourself options, and that's what people don't do. They don't give themselves options.
I mean, I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, so I mean, on that aspect, I'm always with you. You got to love yourself first. So, and as far as the glass half full, yeah, you got to have an optimistic standpoint, though.
Yeah, but that's the most important love of yourself. The love of self is the most important type of love.
I think a lot of people acquiesce to try to fit into because like y'all all seem to alluded to like just people staying together. I think people do it. I don't just for the image of it, and you're miserable, and it's like, is it really worth the misery from just how I see it? Now, obviously, you know, Chuck, you know my story, Pete, you know as well, though. Sarah, you never met my father, though, so you should know as well. my mom was at the wedding, though. My father wasn't there, though, which for a reason. He left in '87. But I guess it had a profound impact. My lookout on it, though, wasn't just because my father left, though. I think it was more even just because of my mom didn't have a father around. So how she viewed relationships was you could be happy by yourself. which I think comes off as a good thing, but it has a negative effect because it almost allows you to feel like your shit. You know what I mean? You don't need anybody. You know what I'm saying, though, or anything, though. And that's how she dealt with things because of that aspect, though. Because her father wasn't around. Her father left. Well, let's just put it like this. She's born in 53. His brother is born in 54. She has a sister born in 55. The sister and my mom are, they have the same mother and father. And the brother is just by the dad. So y'all can kind of figure that out. Do the math. On the Rolling Stone that my grandfather was. And my father as well.
Right.
So, you know, that has an impact, especially, you know, when I think a lot of times single mothers especially tend to diss, if you will, the father, though, and be like, you're going to be just like your father, though, you're just like your dad, or whatever, though. That has a profound impact on a kid when you're young to think that and think that about themselves. You know what I'm saying, though? And so, you know, that definitely had a profound impact for me personally on how I view women. I mean, you know, and of course, growing up, you know, in the era of hip-hop that we grew up in, we was taught, you know, bitches ain't shit. Just keep it real.
Yeah.
And what were the women screaming back to us? Niggas ain't shit. So we in an ain't shit situation, but we gotta be around each other, looking at each other like this motherfucker ain't shit.
But
and that really comes from bitter men and bitter black men and bitter black women. I mean, you know, I hate to just go to just us though, but let's be honest though. You know, this is what it's about. But what'd you say, Sarah?
We laugh and we joke about it, but look what we have been feeding ourselves. And then we wonder why we can't figure out what a marriage is supposed to look like, what a healthy relationship is supposed to look like, how you rise above these concepts, you know. But this is what we pumping ourselves. It's like our generational curse, because every generation has, when you talk about those single mothers who keep talking about something, it's on me, I'm the... What? I think it's ass backwards. My dad took care of me, but y'all know my dad raised me like a boy? I'm almost 30 years old, and every time I fall, I swear to God, I'm not going to the hospital because I'm going to go get me some green alcohol. Because that's just what men did. Men don't get up. Come on, we got to go. You're tough. We ain't got time for that. You got to get... There is so much more to being in a two-home with two, and then we don't just stay away from the same-sex marriages, but for the heterosexual couple, it's just something about having that man there and that womanly touch. I didn't get it till I was 16, so by that time, I'd already beat all the boys up in the neighborhood, and my grandmother kept trying to put this dress on me, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I didn't learn how to treat the opposite sex until I got older. Now I'm trying to backtrack, try to figure out where I can get the information to do this, because white people doing dating sites, I mean, and you said it perfectly. You know, it ain't no handbook. May not be no lessons, but it's something to be learned somewhere about what we should be doing, because at the end of the day, we've been doing this all wrong.
I absolutely agree with that, man. It has a and going into that, I love your points. You just go ahead and alluded to though. But yeah, I mean, so has the media, has entertainment, has music, has, you know, so how we're depicted in movies, has that had more of a profound impact? Y'all would say on how we look at relationships, how we view the opposite sex, though. I guess on this one, start Pete, Chuck, and then, you know, say Sierra, you end it. Go ahead and end it out, and I'm gonna go ahead and close and get to the next topic, though, man. But I just want to kind of your thoughts on that.
Well, start with me though, man. Come on. I would say I don't know. Me personally, I don't know, man. You know, you see BET Uncut when you was younger, man. Nelly, you got it popping. You might have some thought, but No, today, I would say definitely, like, today, though, like, media, social networks, all that concern, you definitely see the influence. And I think today that's why it's kind of hard. Like, I don't think monogamy is really celebrated, like, now, because you got a lot of influence out here, man. Instagram, through these memes, if she don't cook and suck your dick at the same time, bruh, she ain't for you. And if he ain't got the bread and can't take you out and buy Jordans and take you to Red Lobster, he ain't for you. Like, you see a whole bunch of, like, silly shit that people that, we're in the Matrix, man. And I think like how we usually peel the onion back, it's deeper than actually just being influenced through relationships. It's easy to be influenced throughout your life by what you see, what you watch. Especially today, everybody in their phones, man. Everybody in the computer. Everybody in some type of screen. Instead of just having a genuine conversation, that within itself, having a genuine conversation with the opposite sex, that within itself is influence and starts a relationship off on the wrong track. So I would definitely say now more than ever, it's definitely influence. And a lot of it is negative more than positive. That's just my opinion.
Ditto on that one. Chuck, man, anything you want to go ahead and elaborate on as far as the media impact on relationships?
Yeah, pretty much what. Yeah.
What you
I was gonna say. I mean, I agree with Pete. It's definitely more prevalent today than it is back in the day because, like I said, we got Facebook, we got Instagram. You can watch fucking TV from your phone now. That's crazy. And if you think about how much money they invest into movies and TV shows, I bet you ask they're bringing on some type of psychologist to say, all right, well, how can we structure this show to push across a type of cultural or some type of agenda to where we're trying to influence millions of people who watch this show. Especially a lot of the show writers. Like, I strongly believe that they hire psychologists to bring on to the show to help them write some of these scripts for these shows because they understand that when you're watching TV, you're in such a your brain goes into a different mode and you're so receptive to what you're watching on TV. And the shit is crazy. And this is to give you an example. I watched The Walking Dead on Netflix. I had a dream the other night. That shit was fucking crazy. I'm like, damn, what type of dream is this? And I'm like, damn, how did that shit? But you got to remember, like, that shit got embedded because I watched the show. Like, if I would have never watched the show, I wouldn't have had that dream. Mm-hmm. Right? And we know that when you watch TV, there's some shit happening on the subconscious level. So, to answer your question, make a long story short, fuck yeah, man. That shit definitely impacts the way we view and relate to not only to each other but and also in our relationships. And the scary part is a lot of this is on an unconscious level. Like we're operating on from an unconscious basis, and we're just going to like day to day, just like, oh, cool, this is how shit's supposed to be. But we're these type of conversations. When we bring it up, we're acknowledging the fact that we're aware of these issues, right? And so we start, all right, well, how can we resolve it, or at least move in that direction?
Yo, just real quick, just to piggyback off what Chuck said real quick. Now, like, kind of think about that for a second. Here I go, conspiracy Pete, coming back to onion again. It's just like, yo, how he had the dream because he watched, like, Walking Dead, right? Now, now imagine like, the mind, especially, like, the young cats, like, the younger generation, from 5 years under us and down, like, seeing the same shit over and over, seeing, these memes, like these asses and shit. Like back then, at least you had like a Martin relationship, Gina and Martin. You had the Cosby Show. Like you had options, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You still had Grandma back in the day. You had options and shit. You had filth. You had dumb shit, but you still had some type of home setting to see. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like nowadays you don't even see that shit no more. That's not even given to you no more, bro. You know what I mean? So it's way different, man. My bad. It's Chuck fucking point right there. I had to throw that in.
Yeah,
like that's true.
And really quick, Pete, to take you back off that, we vibing right now, man. So on that, so the Boondocks only have 4 seasons. Like the Boondocks, that was some real ass shit. But they only have 4 seasons of the Boondocks, but yet they'll have 15, 16 seasons of the Family Guy, right? Where Family Guy spoke from. Say it again.
20 years of the Simpsons.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. So, yeah, man.
And they said all kinds of shit on the Simpsons.
Say it again, on the Simpsons.
But you guys are totally right. You guys are totally right. You know, this isn't, and the thing is, this is not even a conspiracy. These are proven facts. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a counselor. I do mental health counseling, but we just recently came from a training around 2 weeks ago concerning tobacco and nicotine, and they were basically talking about, you know, how the African-American culture is targeted. They do seek the help of sociologists and psychologists when they are doing this advertisement. It goes right through because at the end of the day, they can't sell something that they can't get somebody to buy. Right. The first thing that you know is it's got to be something that somebody wants, something that looks cool. Social media goals. What they be saying? Marriage goals. Papoose and Remy. This lady shot somebody over $50 and left her son for 7 years. How the hell is that a marriage goal?
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
But she say that shit. People so brainwashed. She'll say that shit. She a hater. You know what I mean? Like that's fuck, man. Listen, man. Let me chill. Go ahead.
Someone's grinding his gears.
That's real shit.
We woke him up.
Stay woke.
Come on.
But it's the truth, guys. Why can't we be told that love is safe? You know? Why do we gotta be risky and a nigga gotta be on the block? Why can't we just believe that love is safe? What's the harm in that? Why is safe love gotta be the corny nigga? That's not corny. That's real life.
And I'm glad you spoke on that though. Y'all pretty much covered so much in that because it's gonna get to my next question. Let's have some fun, y'all. All right, Brother Kevin Hart, man. Brother Kevin Hart out here getting that pussy. As you all know, his wife is 8 months pregnant. 9 months pregnant. 1 or 2.
Yeah,
8, 9
she about to pop.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It's about to go down. You know, he recently got caught cheating. You know what I'm saying, though. You know, one of these thoughts out here, you know, taped him cheating or whatever, though. Not to say it's her fault that he cheated, though, but, you know, they use the word extortion. You know what I'm saying, though. And then shout out to the dude, what's his name? Is it Maul? That's on the Joe Budden joint, Maul?
Yeah, Maul.
You know what I'm saying, though? He's talking about, you know, I said how extortion was only used for something like when you was in a drug game or something like that. Now, you know, thoughts are extorting people. Thoughts? Okay, really? We called them hoes back then, though, and, you know, just... But
right,
they got thoughts. And so, just like thoughts on that whole situation with Kev Hart. What y'all feel about that personally? Was he sincere or whatever? Or did he just do it? You know what I'm saying? Though, obviously to save face or whatever. Though, and to get to what you were talking about lanes and stuff like that. Here, just to kind of get y'all thoughts on this. Do y'all think that simps are ruining the game? Y'all know what simps are. not the Simpsons. Suck ass. You know what a simp is. You know what a simp is, Sierra. And so, do you think that they're ruining the game? Do you think that? Shit. You know, let's just keep it all the way real, man. Suck ass niggas though will go ahead and tell a motherfucker girl, what a dude's doing or whatever though, and this and that, and trying to go ahead and do all this, sucker shit though, or whatever though, or tricking off, or just this whole thing or whatever though. It seemed like it seems like the sucker niggas are running the game, and these sides are winning because of that. That's just how I feel. But just to kind of get your opinion on the whole Kevin Hart situation, and what do y'all think about the whole simp culture? I don't know who wants to start. Chuck, Pete, y'all say that. Go ahead. Do y'all say, man?
Can y'all clarify the simp? Clarify the simp for me is like a
Low Bow Wow. Low Bow Wow. Low Bow Wow. That nigga's a simp. So niggas that do dumb shit to get attention, man. You know how it be. I'm in my private jet, right, but I'm really on American Airlines. You know what I'm saying? That's
come on, a nigga gotta go up to a broad and tell her what her dude is doing. Shit like that. That was cold. Even amongst y'all women, there's a code.
Right.
It should be.
I got two things, man. One for the simp answer. Simps been running the game. Like, money don't change you. Money brings out who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a shorty that chase the bread, this is what happens when you fuck with the simple-minded niggas who happen to have money. So yes, that I wouldn't say running the game, but it's a problem. I'll definitely say it's a problem. And my last response to this, what is the name of don't Kevin Hart? They got a joint called "Laugh at My Pain."
Yeah.
Another joint like "Seriously Funny" or something like that.
Yeah.
I give you the real. I give you me. I give you my kids. Stop pineapples, all that shit. I'ma just say this. I know the stand-up been a little cold lately. His movies been whack. Niggas need material and shit. I wouldn't be surprised if we. I don't. Conspiracy theorist P says that. I think we'll see a stand-up comedy show within the next year or two. Yeah. So let's be real. Everybody like, why the pregnant wife thing saying that? She not gonna say nothing. That's how she got the nigga in the first place. She was beside shit. She not gonna say nothing. And number two, of course she gonna admit to it. A nigga, you gonna extort me for what? You probably okay, I give you $5 million to shut the fuck up. She like, oh shit, no, give me 10. Okay, now bitch, you tripping. Now I gotta tell the world that you bugging. You know what I mean? It's like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, man. This shit was scripted, man. It was written, man. That's just me, though. But, yeah.
I definitely don't think that apology is real. I mean, first of all, if the nigga didn't get caught, why would you tell on yourself? If it's going good and nobody knows about it and you benefiting off of it, why would you? I just say, no, he ain't sorry. He just sorry he got caught. That's just what it is. But as far as about these guys that portray war and don't really have nothing, my thing with that is, first of all, I think I'm probably the last of a dying breed. I got my own, everything is mine. So if somebody is approaching me and that they're actually looking at you like somebody wrong with what wrong with him. But you're going to get what you're looking for because, and I'll be looking at some of these guys, and this goes for, these guys in the neighborhood, these urban dudes who got a little bit of money, and you showing these young females money, they ain't got nothing, so what you get? A bill. And then for to get a bill, so what was the point? It used to be it wasn't tricky, and if you had it, but now that whole level of playerism is gone too because some people will do anything to get these little young hoes. That and then say at the end of the day, ain't no more real females. But what are you looking for? And what did you try to get? And what did you use to try to get her? People, the facade will go away. You just gotta wait for it. But I ain't that thirsty. But after a while, you would be like, okay. He had that on 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. But it just depends on what you're looking for because you're going to get it. If you're looking in the wrong place, you're going to get the wrong spirits. And that's what I be saying to people. Like, these things are so much bigger. These hit and runs, one-night stands, and all that. To me, you connected with somebody on another level in their spirit, and you really not even paying no attention to it. But that's just me. He ain't sorry. He's sorry he got caught.
All right. Yeah, yeah. She just went in on you, Simps. Just gave y'all Simps the business. Chuck, man, go ahead, man.
It was interesting what Pete said, and I'm interested to see if that shit manifests into that happening. And I wouldn't be surprised if it did. My whole take on, so first of all, social media has made it, the internet in general has made it easy for people to stunt. Right? You could be at a dealership, take a picture in front of a Ferrari and say, "Yo, check out my new Ferrari," post it on Facebook, and this nigga standing in the parking lot going for a test drive and this shit, right? So, and that's what a lot of these marketers do, like especially these people that are in network marketing, affiliate marketing. Like they'll go to these dealerships, they'll take a picture of a Ferrari and snap it and put it on Facebook and Instagram and say, "Look, I can show you how to manifest this. Sign up for my program, whatever." So it's, so from a simp perspective, it's easy to do that shit on the internet. It's not right. Don't make it right. That's some grimy shit.
Right.
But the fact is people do it. I think you said it. People just they do it for $1. Like the kid from Kid and Play when he did that shit for the mocking Kaepernick. Like, is that necessary, dog? You couldn't find any other ways to get some bread? Like, come on, man. So, the Kevin Hart thing, man. I agree with you. He's not sorry. He's sorry he got caught. He cheated on his first wife. Right. So I guess it was only a matter of time before he did it with his current wife. I mean, come on. Kevin Hart blew up really quick. Right. So of course he was all types of pussy was going to be thrown at him. Like he was on all types of. I'm pretty sure everywhere he turned, somebody was going to throw at him. And as a man, you're supposed to have some type of fortitude, but come on, man. Just being realistic. Like end of the day, especially if you're drunk and your wife is way on the side on the way other side of the country. Now I'm not justifying the fact that he cheated, but I'm just saying, all right, let's look at like what's morally correct, but also look at facts, like because you can separate the two. Morally, is it wrong? Yes. But factual? Come on, he's a guy. He's all the way on the other side of the country. Come on, man. I don't know.
It's tough to not dunk an easy lob.
Say it again.
But see, this is how we get this message. But you know what? This go right back to what we think relationships and all that stuff is based on and all that. But this is why. Because it's easy because everybody giving it away. So the man really don't got to work for it no more. You ain't going, okay, I go right on to the next because she going to hit me anyway. I mean, I done had that conversation 90 million times going west because of somebody that's going to do it for nothing. But I don't care what they going to do because that's not my morality. But I think that, too, you got to consider the fact that, first of all, one thing that I forgot to touch on that you talked about was, oh, my God, these guys out here pillow talking and telling on each other. Because I've seen this quite a bit now, and especially in the town. A whole group of dudes, y'all in the same picture, and you now in a serious relationship with your man, baby mom. That's a no-no.
And real quick, I want to make sure that y'all know when she says the town, she's talking about Buffalo, New York. See, y'all motherfuckers, simp-ass niggas out here in Buffalo. You know that shit.
No. That's a no-no. But I digress. No. I love that perspective, though, because I feel like what you're saying and what y'all alluded to, though, as well, though, is that even though you're a woman and you have your morality and you have your respect and you don't want, you know what I'm saying, though, you ain't just going to go for just any old motherfucker just because he might have this or whatever, though, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? No, that's to be respected. You also understand the aspect, and probably, like you alluded to growing up, you know what I'm saying, with your father or whatever, though, and then, you know what I'm saying, though, being around, you said you were, you know what I'm saying, a tomboy or whatever, or you treat you like more like a son and a daughter or whatever, in some aspect. You respect man code. Shit. Fuck.
This world is ran by geeks and gays. Nobody wants to fucking say it like that. Geeks and gays. That's why everything is shaming. That's why everything is bullying. And that's why everything in this motherfucker, you can't say shit about anybody that's gay. You can't even have an opinion. You can't even ask a question. That's what this world is ran by, and it manifests itself in how the fucking game is being ruined by simps because they're allowed to have that platform. Can't be no real man anymore. Can't have an opinion. Can't do that. Can't say anything. It's misogynist. It's this and that. You can't be honest about anything. The world is ran. The world took away the real G's and replaced the real G's with the new G's, and the new G's are geeks and gays. Remember back in the day in movies, you used to always have like the geek guy, and they used to have the one guy. They used to always that was the athlete or whatever though, and he would help him get women. The other guy would help him get good grades.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect example. That's just been reversed now. Now we're getting our information from geeks and gays who are telling us how to get women. Motherfuckers who fuck each other and motherfuckers who couldn't get pussy if it wasn't for some type of job they have, who couldn't get it with just their game, are telling us what game is and how to dress and how to be how to talk to a woman.
All right, really quick before we hop into the sports thing, because we got to start wrapping up pretty soon. And I'm asking it because we have a lady online with us, so I want to ask your perspective on this. What's your and then Pete and Amir, y'all takes on it as well. I think we may have even talked about this on a previous episode. Just what's your take on polyamorous relationships? Whether it's
who's polyamorous?
Say it again.
Say that one more time.
I said, what's your take or view on what's your take or view on polyamorous relationships?
So that means having more than one partner in like in a marriage, polygamy?
Yeah.
Like that?
So say you're married, say you and your husband are married, but you have multiple, and it doesn't necessarily have to be sexual partners, but say you have 5 or 6 boyfriends and he has 5 or 6 girlfriends. Say you're like sexually active with 2 or 3 of your boyfriends and he's sexually active with 2 or 3 of his girlfriends.
Hell no. I'm not around for that. And there are some people who, my thing is this. If you fall for, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And then when it comes to trying to defend whatever you are taking part in, you'll have no facts, you'll fall short, and it'll be very difficult for you to convince other people to believe in that. So when I come to to just being strictly, you just in a relationship with that individual, that's my stance on it. If you want to be with somebody else, then you need to go do that. Could I play the game too? Absolutely, but it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of space. I could be putting my emotions and everything else towards somebody else who really wants this, And I'm not knocking anybody that does it, but absolutely not. Okay. But a weak-minded, and I'm not even going to say a weak-minded person, but some females out here like, well, he said we got to have more than one love. What, girl?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, cool. Pete, what about you? What's your thoughts on it?
Yo, man, listen, man. Dealing with one attitude, bruh, is crazy enough for me, my nigga. Like, I ain't got the patience for let it 3 or 4. I don't care how good the pussy is, nigga. No. Nah. It's not, I can't do it, bro. It's not like, bro, it's like that energy. That's too much energy. You sucking all that, you can't live. You're not living. I can't do it, man. That's just me.
Amir, what about you?
As far as my thoughts on it, personally, look, man, if this person is down and y'all down, that's what y'all do, and cool. Like P said, man, You're dealing with one woman, you're dealing with about 20 different personalities.
Exactly.
It's just one should have deal with 40. But I mean, it sounds fun. Let's be honest, because most of us are thinking on a sexual level. On a sexual level, you know what I'm saying? How it is, and have two women and these different things, though. But to live with them both, shit. That's two different periods.
That's too much. That's too much.
You asked me this probably like some years ago. I'd probably been like, yeah, man, shit, that's dope. When you think about it, you go, yes, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I think in order for that to be successful, you have to be into some type of energy work or whatever, because like y'all said, it takes a lot of energy just dealing with one personality. But now you're dealing with 5 or 6 different personalities at the same time. That shit is tough, man. That shit is tough. And I'm obviously I'm not talking about personal experience, but just hearing different stories, and because I'm in a Facebook group, and the group is ran by a married couple, but they're polyamorous. But they're like they've been on the Monique show and all type of stuff. So they have a story, and they're saying, well, polyamorous is the way relationships are going to look in the future, and just monogamous.
And that's such a lie.
Huh?
I think that is such a lie. That is not even the case, boy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, of course, they're not speaking from like a factual perspective, you know, a factual standpoint. It's like, well, this is based off their, but again, this is from their perspective, their point of view, right? They have an open marriage. You know, the guy, he has like 5 or 6 different girlfriends, and she has 5 or 6 different boyfriends. Sometimes they even stay at the house with them together. Like, damn, that shit is crazy. Like, how can you manage all that, man? So, that's cool. Right, yeah, I just wanted to get y'all perspective on it. My bad for doing a detour on the topics, but since we had a
it's not at all. It's not at all a detour. Just before we go ahead and get to the sports real quick, though, I just want my perspective real quick before we go ahead and get into them. Sarah, I'm gonna ask you the question first, and I'm gonna get to you guys. Do you do you think all men cheat?
Wait, hold on, man. You're going to start some shit, man. You're going to start shit.
And if you do think all men cheat, then do you think that men should be within respect allowed to have a hall pass at least once or twice a year? Your thoughts here.
Oh, we should have hall pass.
I said we was gonna have some fun. Goddammit, let's have some fun. Come on, go ahead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. All men cheat. All men are dogs mostly, and then. Go ahead.
I'm damned if I do it, damned if I don't. If I say I don't think all men cheat, some motherfucker gonna call up next and be like, that lady ain't never been in no real relationship. She must be 10 years old.
Oh, shit.
I don't think that all men cheat. I don't think that all men cheat. I think that you need to see the glass half full. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if it's not somewhere and you don't feel comfortable, or you already have the signs that something is not working, then you don't need to solidify that relationship. But most of the time, somebody is going to be saying that they're not necessarily in agreement. And then you got to look at what is a relationship, because you talking to somebody for 6 months does not mean that y'all in a relationship.
Preach. I tabernacle, cathedral. I don't know what else to say. Church, all that.
So, I don't think that all men cheat. What was the other question, Jesus?
Well, I mean, you say you don't think all men.
Y'all get hall passes? Hell no, y'all shouldn't get no hall passes. That's crazy. I'm not even about to allow the hall pass. That's just not. That is a setup. That is you can get the hall pass, and your wife's gonna be waiting outside the bushes like this. Looks like the address that was on the piece of paper. Come on, man. You see it? No hall passes, y'all. No hall passes. But this is why, whatever you commit yourself to, there's got to be more aspects that's meaningful enough for you to stay. Because dick gonna get old. Y'all gonna get old. Hooter gonna get wide. People that had 3 or 4 kids, it don't feel like it used to. Absolutely not. But I'm not gonna give you a hard pass because it don't feel like it did when we was 19. No. Absolutely not.
But you do agree, because I've heard a lot of women, defend the fact that, you know what I'm saying, though, once they get in a serious relationship where they get, especially they get married, they don't throw that thing like they used to. I've heard women say this, so I'm saying if you just like that though, I mean, don't you think it's only fair though that you should go, okay, well, since I'm, I don't feel like I have to, this I already got him. Shouldn't he still be allowed to have some fun if you're not going to provide it?
You are not. This is not a boys' club. Marriage is not a billionaire club. Y'all is getting this all types of fucked up.
Hey, man, let's say y'all. I'm here.
I was waiting to get a response on that one. Fellas, I'm not even going to have y'all touch that question.
It is our job to keep it fresh.
Yeah, for that one. Pete, man, do you have anything? You have any sports topics you can go ahead and talk about? I know it's a lot. Obviously, it's a big one today. Obviously, though. So,
are y'all gonna say the OKC thing?
Yeah, I was just about to say, yo, news alert, Carmelo to OKC. Talk about it.
I thought it was a joke when I saw it. I'm like, is this one of those things? What are they? Here we go with these super teams that everybody was complaining about. How everybody's doing it. I don't know if that's a good look for him. I think Carmelo is just, he had cheated on his wife. His mind all over the place. Y'all better take notes while y'all talking about it.
Hold on, man. Y'all gotta stop, y'all can't bring that up. If y'all don't bring that up, y'all gotta bring up La fucking Mano. Y'all like this fuck Mano. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Like, we keep bringing that up.
Flag on the play.
Lala was definitely fucking Tommy.
Yo, man. I don't know, man. The move is different. They still need a bench, though. Billy Donovan got to go, too, man. He ain't the coach. He ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be different. Like, I feel you in the super team shit, but I think it's coming back towards, I think the Lakers going to get nice again. I think Brian going to the Lakers next year. I mean, everybody on 1-year contracts. If Paul George don't like it, then he's gone. That's just me. That's conspiracy theories P back again. I mean, like, so, you got Minnesota out here balling. The team, it might be a little more. I think after the 2 years the Warriors win the chip, it might get interesting. But these super teams, yeah, I'm definitely not feeling them either. But I don't know, man. It's a good move. Melo in the 3, Paul at the 2. You know what I'm saying?
All 3 of them could go to OKC. I mean, all 3 of them go to LA.
Yeah,
right?
All 3.
Westbrook, Paul George, and then Carmelo.
Yeah, man.
Them with
I see too much confusion.
Lonzo Ball likes the pass.
I see too much confusion.
You talking about what?
I think the problem. I don't think anybody plays well with Westbrook. That's the problem. Nobody plays well with him. That's what I'm worried about.
I think it could work. I think it could work if they all go on with the mentality that this is Westbrook's team. I think with Durant and Westbrook, there was always that battle. I think coming to OKC, there's no doubt. First of all, Melo's 33, so it's not like he's 28, 27. And then you got Paul George, and Paul George, he doesn't seem like a guy that really is going to try to overstep his bounds with Russell Westbrook. And so I think it can work. I think it can work. It can work if they're willing to make it work.
There is just an ego that comes when you are a great player, and it's like, is he really going to take a second to him? And this is Westbrook team. I mean, come on now. We're talking about Carmelo Anthony from Syracuse. I don't see him willing to take that hit.
Hey, man, when you in the league for 15 years and you ain't got shit to show for it.
You got to take
being in New York, playing for the Knicks will really humble your ass.
Yeah, we got to move, man. The Knicks trash. My wife on power, dropping it for a real nigga every Sunday. You might as well try to give me a ring. You might as well try to give me a ring, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I got 3 gold medals. They ain't fuck with me on the gold medals, but I say he's gonna if he bring an Olympic Carmelo to the NBA, it might be a good look. But if he don't, it's into the Lakers, man.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. So what y'all think about the Bills this week? We have 1 and 2?
It's the fact that Carolina had no touchdowns in their home in Carolina and their building, our defense is ill. If we can have a fucking decent offense, we can beat Denver. Denver ain't the greatest. We get back, we back to the same bullshit. I'm tired of talking about it. So
drinking the Kool-Aid, Pete. You drinking the Kool-Aid?
I'm tired. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, man.
I don't want to talk about it.
And for everybody talking shit, Sammy Watkins got 108 yards, but he's in the concussion protocol, so he had to go.
Oh my. So what y'all saying in football is we ain't gonna be shit this season? Is that what y'all saying?
Hey man, if we do the same bullshit we did in Carolina, offensively, it's gonna be an issue.
Drinking the Kool-Aid, Pete. I'm saying 18 years, man. Y'all know what that's all about.
18 years, 18
years, baby. We gonna do it. We did 17. We can do 18. Just another year. Add it on to the bed.
Jesus.
I love the season of playoffs so bad, but fuck it, man. If you're not gonna make the playoffs, just tank.
I saw this article that was saying that the difference, because I'm a little bit more versed with basketball than I am football, but they were saying that the thing with football is basketball that you're looking for immediate, something when you get a trade. They can do this or they can do that to make an immediate change. But with football, it's like you build it for the organization for the years to come. I was like, what? Is that true? And would that be counterproductive to try to win a Super Bowl?
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
you know Justin gonna be at the game. Shout out to Justin Dixie.
Jesus, yes. Shout out to my Justin. He don't care what the hell. He don't need air for that beer anyway.
How are you a diehard Bills Cowboys fan? I don't get it. I just don't understand it, man. I just don't fucking understand it. But that's what the hell he is, man. God bless him. God bless him. Shit. Before we go ahead and get into the ending with the poetry, Pete spitting the hot fire, them bars. They got huh?
What did you say?
Oh, so I was just wondering, y'all good? We good with the
Yes, sir.
Conversations, everything? We good?
Yeah, no. We good.
Okay. So Pete, man, you want to go first? You want me to rock it out? What you want to do, Chief?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm seeing what I'm gonna get into.
All right, man. Since the theme today is talking about relationships and everything, and this, these different things. I'm not sure if I already read this one or not, but this is called "Love Is a Hateful Thing." Did I read that one already?
Mm-mm.
I believe so.
I don't think so.
So it's called Love is a Hateful Thing. Okay. I guess misery loves company. What does she want from me? Is she using me, or is she honest when she say that she's wanting me? I don't comprehend it. Everywhere I say, she seems offended. So are we pretending to save a relationship knowing we can't mend it? This seems endless, hard to bear, hard to survive when no one's aware of the problems or willing to correct them. Trying to guard feelings, no one's willing to protect them. Who are we kidding with the way that we're living? Arguments end up me wild and you bitching. You crying, me hitting. I don't know what love is, but this is what it isn't. We come to a conclusion 2 days later, same problem we revisit. What the fuck is this? Shit's hectic. We talk, but nothing's clear in the message. We argue, we scream instead of trying to address it. We debate instead of trying to compromise on our suggestions. Friendship not discovered will often make you enemies. You bring out the words belong for the best in me.
Who's this?
That's Love is a Hateful Thing, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Snaps.
Nah, I'm snapping right now, man. I swear to God, I was snapping right now, bro. I was snapping right now.
Brother P, man, go ahead, spit them bars, man. Let them know what where you at, man.
I did this one for y'all boys when we was doing the joint on my porch, but since it's not gonna air, I'm gonna just go ahead and ride to it again. So yeah, listen. R.I.P. the Prodigy too, by the way. Sick as hell didn't kill that man. Hold up. My words may have me murked. My words may have me murked like the author of Shook Ones. The evils hate the truth, and that's word to my two sons. Shine brightly on this earth, but never will be a puppet. Fake love niggas gets no parts in my circuits. Listen, that shit is real. I don't care what they say. You blinded if you think sick as hell took them away. Tired of the lies and what they think is religion. Most pastors out of pimps, and they flocking the pigeons. Mixing with the politicians will turn you into a pigeon. Only Buffalo knows when that name is mentioned. Pay attention to the fiction, the government penny pinching, claiming the debt is really high while stuffing money in their britches. Them folks the real bitches, while real people suffering. American that really is, bro. These white people loitering. Illuminati never heard of them, is what they want you to say. Secret society of the chosen is what they want you to think. Hashtag stay woke, niggas. Stay woke.
Yes, sir. Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, man, get ready, man. Jay Moore, where you at, man?
That was good, guys.
Good show.
Good stuff, man. Good show today, folks. Before we close it out, any parting words, man? Any last thoughts before we close out?
I definitely enjoyed myself. I think you guys radio. I think this podcast is pretty good. You dropped some jewels that people need to hear. So just keep doing that because it just takes a little bit for people to catch on.
Thank you, sister. As always, I always say, man, God loves y'all, and I barely tolerate y'all. Got to thank our guests. Thank you for being on the show, Miss Sierra Young, baby. Thank you. Your perspective was greatly appreciated. You dropped some jewels. So thank you, and Chuck.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, man. Just Sierra, thanks for coming on and sharing. Like I may say, you definitely dropped some nuggets. So hopefully we can have you back on, for a future show.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to our guest Sierra. That was dope. We got to do it again. Catch us every Friday. iHeartRadio, Spreaker, iTunes. 2 fingers means peace. And we'll see you next week. We out.